Okay, Kareem, I just wanted to make a quick workout video for you, just so that when we're not training together, if we can try and see if we can fit in that extra strength training day outside of training with me, then that would be great. So I just wanted to show you some of these exercises that we have laid out in our weeks 1 to 3 workout program. So let's start with the warm-up. We're in warm-up, marching on the spot. So you can just go knees up. We're trying to get the knee in line with the hip. We're just doing these for 20 to 30 seconds. You notice that my toe is pointed up to my shin. I'm using my arms, driving the elbows back. If you want, you can do this, or you can touch. You can touch across. Right, there's some variations to the march on the spot. You do that for 20 to 30 seconds. Once that's done, you can march and reach. 20 to 30 seconds. Notice that I'm still driving the knee up, pointing the toe to shin, so there's tension there. Things up and down with this quarter squat. So I'm not going into a full squat. Notice that I'm hinging, I'm pushing the butt back on my downs, back. That way I engage my glute muscles. Notice that my feet are fist or hand width apart. Just like our squat technique. Notice that upon loading, knees away, I'm going to the outside edge of the foot, so that those hips and glutes are turned on. We go to arm circles. Opening up the chest, warming up the shoulders. We got 20 seconds one way. We'll go 20 seconds forward. Huggers. So notice I'm slapping. Just wake the nervous system up. A little bit of lymphatic drainage. I'm alternating the arm that's over top. So right arm over top, left arm over top. I can move and mobilize the spine if I want, and I can just keep moving left to right, shifting my weight. Go into a golf swing. You'll notice that there's internal rotation in the hip. I flash the heel away, flash. There's a slight lean, so I'm not completely upright. I'm gonna lean, be nice and fluid. Turning as much as possible. Moving from the spine, the rotation. Dead arms. Notice how I'm not just moving my shoulders, I'm rotating my spine, looking, keep my spine in a neutral position. And I'm just letting my arm swing freely, trying to be free with my movement. So now we'll move into the dynamic stretches. We're going 10 to 20 reps per exercise. So the knee up. So notice how when I pull this knee up, I'm going to point the toe to shin. I've got my head over the stabilizing foot. If I don't keep my head over the stabilizing foot, I'll be moving left and right. I'm staying on the outside edge of the foot so that my arch of my foot doesn't collapse. I'm going to pull the knee up, place it down. I'm going to root through this leg and lift. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. It's dynamic, so I'm not holding for too long. 3, 2, and 1. So those are my knee ups. Hamstring sweeps, heel to toe reference. I'm drawing my butt back, that's my hinge. I'm gonna reach back with my arms and sweep. 1, 2, 3. Notice that my foot placement, my feet are pointing straight. 4, 5, 6. Drawing hips back. 7, 8, 9, 10. Lunge series. I'm gonna step out. Feet are pointing straight. Gentle on the back bend. 1. Open up. I'm rotating, not just from my shoulders, but my spine. Rotate. Tilt it down. Anchor my left arm, my inside arm to my left leg, my inside of my left leg. Open. 1. Anchor. Open. 2. Step out. Back bend. Open. Open. Tilt. 1, 2. Step back. Now remember, if I want to accentuate the stretch in the hip, I squeeze the glute to the extended side, squeeze the glute, draw the belly button up and in. I don't have to back bend as much. I've isolated that hip flexor muscle. Here, reach, reach, strong through my feet. Open, open. One more time on this side. Squeeze the glute. Also notice my back foot is released away, heel is away. I'm on the outside edge of the foot. Weights on the front. Up, open, 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 and open. Just like that. Quad pull. Root through, head over the stabilizing foot. Gentle reach. 1. If you need to, you can use the treadmill to hold on in front of you. The moment my foot starts to collapse on the inside, I'm going to drop to the inside. So I'm going to try and stay on the outside edge of the foot. Reach. Head over the foot. Reach. Head over foot. Reach. Should be able to maintain my balance if I can keep my head over the foot. Shin pull-ups, both hands. Again, I'm going to root, head through the stabilizing foot, grab my shin, draw up. Knee and ankle need to draw up. So we don't want this pulling from the ankle and knee drops. We're going to pull the shin, ankle and knee come up. Root, up. Chest is up. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hip openers, up and out, back, back. Toe pointed up to the shin, 90 degrees, and back, and back. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Shoulders up and across, up and across. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Crawl outs, up on my toes, squat, crawl out, walk my feet in, hips go up. Little steps back, back to my tabletop, Crawl into the squat and stand. 1, 2, 'Trying to get my feet up to my hands as much as possible. 3, Notice the squat, outside edge of the foot, loading knees away. 4, and 5. Do mat work mobility. So child rockers. Let me show you a couple different viewpoints or angles. So the first one, you're gonna go hands down, chest is up. So my head is higher than my hips and my glutes. So I'm not in this position. I'm in this position. And all I'm doing is gently rocking back just like a baby would. Try not to have my shoulders raised, shoulders down. My heels are away. I'm on the outside edge of the foot so I can stretch the bottom of my foot. Rock. So now I can go foot flat and rock. So now I'm stretching the top part of my shins, right, and through the ankle. Just getting that ankle and that foot to decompress. Chest is up, my head is up, my eyes are up. Heels away, as you can see. Get rockers. So I'm going to go sit. Once I sit to the right, my head is going over the left foot or left knee, and I'm rocking side to side. Sitting back, decompressing the knees. Chin is up. Notice how my fingers are splayed. I'm opening them up. I'm trying to grip the ground. 3, 2, and 1. I'm going to go to shoulder look over. So when I look over my left shoulder, I'm going to gently bump out to the right just to get a stretch and some activation into my glutes and my hips. Look over, gentle bump out. Remember, these mobility exercises, they shouldn't hurt. Just nice and smooth. Breathe. Cat cow. There you go. Inhale. Tuck that chin under. Really push the mat away. And then depress. Chin up. Tilting the hip. Hip hinge from the knees. So you could either go hands on the head, or you can go hands across the chest. Let's start with hands across the chest. We're going to draw the hips back, lean over, back stays flat, and up. We're pushing back into the glutes. We're not sitting down. We're going to use the hips and hinge. My back stays nice and flat. Use a little bit of hamstrings.
not busting right through here, because that's going to take us into compression in the lower back. We want to stay with the hip hinge slightly, so the back is long. We're looking for length here. And so I'm reaching the tail and my crown. I'm trying to pull them apart here. Keeping my spine in a neutral position. So glute activation 1. There are 3 leg raises, 3 different variations of the leg raise, which you'll go through to activate glutes and hips. So you're going to turn onto the side. You're going to stack the feet, hand underneath the head. So it's not like this. You're going to keep your head in a neutral position. Okay. You're going to go top leg, take it, abduct with it, straight up. Notice that I'm not externally rotating. I'm going to actually lead with my heel. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So that's the first one of the glute activation, this leg series. It's 3 leg raises. So from there, you're going to go bottom leg, knee up. I'm going to take my right leg to the back. So I'm going to take it into extension. And then I'm going to again lead with the heel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Notice that my toe is pointed up to my shin. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. The key is to keep this leg in extension. Don't let it creep up. The last one in the series, you're going to go leg to the front, let's say about 30 degrees, and you're going to lift from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, up, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. That's your glute activation 1. Obviously you do both sides, so let's do it. Glute activation 2, you're going to take your lightest band and you're going to step into the band, around the ankles, 3 different movements. So I'm going to be hip width apart with my feet, fists are hand width apart. I'm going to lean to one side. The side that I'm loading, I'm going to be softly bent. Notice I'm in this hip hinge so that I can engage my glute. Just keep some pressure off the quads and the knees. I'm going to get this posterior chain really working, and I'm going to abduct. 3. You can touch the foot down, or you can just go straight. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Notice that my head is over the stabilizing foot. So now I'm going to go into the front. I'm going to lock this knee, move only from the hip, so it's a single joint movement, and I'm going to lead with the toe. 2, 3. Notice my head is over my foot. 5. As soon as it moves to the inside, I fall. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Take this leg to the back. I'm maintaining good posture here with the hip hinge, soft bend in the knee. I'm nice and loose. I'm going to extend this leg. I'm going to lock out that knee. And now instead of leading with the toe, I'm going to lead with my right heel. Lean forward to drawing this hip crease back so I can keep staying the glutes activated. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Right side, head over the right foot, soft bend in the knee, draw the hip back, lock, abduct, take away. 3, 4. Don't worry about how high you lift the foot. 6. We're looking for activation into the glute and the hip. So don't worry about how high you lift, okay? That's not the intention here. And 10. Good. The intention is to turn on and feel the hip and the glute fire up, start to light up a little bit, start to get warm, like you're ready to use it. So I'm gonna drive into this hip. I'm gonna go heel to toe reference, lead with the toe. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Take it to the back. Again, lean forward, point the toe up to shin. Notice that my feet are straight, and I'm gonna lead with the heel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's your glute activation 2. Glute bridge. So now that we've warmed up the glutes and the hips, let's now use it with movement, strength movement. So I'm going to start with being aware that there's a natural curve in my lower back. I'm going to rock my hips back so as to take the curve out of my lower back, and now my lower back is pressed into the mat. So from here, I'm going to firmly place my feet on the floor. I'm going to keep my hips tilted, and I'm going to push into the floor to raise up, back down. That's my little hinge. You're going to have the butt touch but not rest. So I'm going to push up, back down, push up, and back down, making sure that my lower back is supported through this hip tilt. I'm going to maintain that flat back. Squeezing the glutes at the top. Squeeze. 4. 3 more. 3, 2, and 1. So that's your glute bridge. Shell. So notice that my knees are not in front, but they are going to be in line with my hips. I'm going to push my hips forward so that I have a straight line from my shoulder, my hip, my knee. I'm going to take my legs back to 90 degrees. I'm going to make sure that my shoulder is over top of my elbow, so not like this. I should be able to draw a straight line from my shoulder right down into my elbow. I'm going to take my right hand. I can use it as a little bit of a kickstand, a little bit of a helper. I'm going to drive my outside hip to the ceiling. That's the first movement. But with abduction, I'm going to take my knee and my hip, my foot, my ankle, they're all going to be in alignment and stay on the same plane when I pull it away from my body. So we're going to go up and up, not this way. So we're going to go here, up, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So the bird dog, we're gonna go on 6s, hands, knees, feet. I'm gonna again push myself away. I'm gonna take my right hand, extend it. At the same time, extending my left leg, so opposites. And inhale. Exhale, lift, reaching. I'm going to touch either with my hand or my elbow. Reach back out. 1, 2, 3. Notice that there's a pause at the top. My tempo is nice and controlled. 4, 5. Keep the core tight. 6. Pause. 7. Pause. 8. Pause. 12. Change sides. Push the ground away so I'm active here. 1, 2. Bring that knee in. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Control. reach and lengthen. 2. Wall sit. The wall sit, I'm going to get you to go, again, think about your squat in terms of your foot placement, fist or hand width apart. You'll lean, heels will not be against the wall. They will walk out slightly. You're in this position. You're going to go heels up. My feet are pointing straight. I'm going to lean forward. That's my hinge. Okay, so I'm not going to sit at 90 degrees. I'm going to just have my knees softly bent. And I'm going to lean forward just to make it all posterior chain. I'm going to work the foot. I'm going to work the calves. My hinge is going to allow me to work my hamstrings, my glutes, my lower back, so I'm not like this. Chest is up and I'm lengthening. I'm decompressing the lower back. I'm going to get my head up. I'm going to pull my elbows back to engage my upper back. And I'm going to sit here for 30 to 45 seconds, just like this on the outside edge of my foot. So on the wall, I look like this. I look like that. And I'm going to hold that position. Good. You may start to shake a little bit. That's okay. You're going to keep pushing that butt back. You're going to pay it no mind. And you're going to work through the discomfort. This is what we'd call isometric strength. You're holding a position for a period of time. And you just breathe through it. You're trying not to drop your head. You can keep that thing in a neutral position. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, for step ups, use your treadmill to step yourself up. You're gonna go 1 foot on, make sure that the foot that's on is straight. All the weight needs to be shifted to the front foot, okay? So we're not putting a lot of weight on the back foot. When you step up, you wanna make sure that the load, that your whole body weight is loaded into that left side. So you can see that there's a slight rotation so that I get my head over the front foot. My front foot has to accommodate the rest of my body, okay? Notice that the back heel, just like we would a lunge, it's released with the heel pointing away because I'm on the outside edge of my foot. Okay, so when I step up, I'm gonna put the weight through the front foot and then I'm gonna turn back to neutral. On my step back, I'm going to lean forward, there's my hinge, and I'm going to reach this leg back, keeping the weight on the front foot, so there's my slight rotation. So it should look like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Draw the hips back. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So let me show you from this angle here. So I'm going to place my foot on. I'm going to lean, draw the hip hinge back. I'm going to stand up, heads over the foot, push. 1, light toe touch. 2, 3, feel it in this glute. 4, slight rotation, so heads over the foot. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, dead bugs. So dead bug is basically the opposite to the bird dog. Okay, so you're gonna lay all the way back. You're gonna make sure that there's a natural curve in my back right now. I'm gonna take that natural curve out by tilting my hips. So I flatten my back against the mat. I'm gonna lift up. There's gonna be tension in the ankles, so my toe is gonna be pointed to my shins. And I'm gonna reach my arms up, drop the shoulders. So you're gonna retract your scapula. Okay, we're gonna go left leg, right arm, pause, keeping the back nice and flat so it's not rounding like this. I'm gonna keep my abs turned on to support my back, just like that. I'm gonna pause at the end of the movement, and I'm gonna pause at the top. That's 1, 2, I'm separating. 3, my arm to the back wall, foot or heel to the front wall. 4, 5, 6, pause, Pause. 7, 8. Try not to let this foot drop. 9 and 10. Here we go. Change legs. Let the brain get a chance to switch from using the right and left. Now I'm using left and right. So from here, 1, 2. Keep the back nice and flat. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And that's your dead bug. Forearm plank. So forearm plank, let's keep the hands not clenched in the fist, but have them nice and relaxed. And keep shoulders over top of the elbow. We're keeping the arm at 90 degrees. We're not going to put them together. So we're going to hold in this position. I'm going to lock my knees so as to flex my quads. Draw the hips up. So we don't want them down. I'm going to draw the hips up. I'm going to pull my head up and back. And I'm going to hold this position for 30 seconds. And you just breathe, locking those knees out, not letting the hips sink at all. And I'm tilting my butt, tucking it underneath so to turn my abs on. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now move into your modified push-up. So modified, you're gonna go from your knees. I'm gonna splay and spread my fingers so as to grip the ground. I'm not going to be externally rotated, but I'm gonna be slightly internally rotated from the hands. Now, if your wrists are really, really sore, you can grab dumbbells and hold your hands on the dumbbells and make sure that the wrist is straight. So you'd be in this position, holding the dumbbells. I'm going to show you from splaying the fingers. So to splay the fingers, I'm going to actively push the mat away. I'm in this position here where I'm slightly leaning. My toes are curled or they're up, but they're not crossed. Okay, so let's go with the feet up. I'm going to pull my head back. My elbows are going to go away, chest to floor, and push the mat away. That's 1. 2, exhaling as I do the work. So as I push myself up against gravity, I'm going to exhale. My chest is up, tuck my tail feather underneath. 3, I'm going to a depth where my nose is touching. So, but you only really need to go to about 90 degrees. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, and 2. Your dumbbell row. So it's a pulling exercise. I'm going to start with the hinge. So now you'll start to understand that some of these exercises, they've got other fundamental movements woven into it. So you need to hinge first, draw the hips back. My back is nice and flat. Let me show you this way. Back is nice and flat, so it's not rounded. Draw the hips back so that I engage my hamstrings, glutes, and lower back. My head is not down. I'm going to keep it in that neutral position. Now, if you can see, I'm in this deadlift position essentially, right? So again, when I'm thinking about it, I'm thinking about the dowel, the stick on my back. So those 3 points of contact, head, in between the shoulder blades and the tailbone. So I'm going to have them come down in a neutral position, push the butt back. I'm going to draw the weight slightly forward, so not straight here, slightly forward, and I'm going to arc it. 1, 2, 3, 4, arc, 5. So it's not just straight up and down. Here, arc, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. 1, 2, and 5.